Everyone, welcome to Conservative Engineering Academy. My name is Ellie and we will do a math problem. -15 plus -10 plus 1/2. So, first I add -15 plus -10. It equals to -25. So, next I'm going to multiply 25 times 2.
$25 or -25?
-25.
Okay. What are you going to do when you have a negative sign and multiplying?
Put parentheses.
Okay.
So, 2.
Okay, you use your black marker if you can. Look better. Okay, so why are you multiplying by 2?
Because one half, because the denominator is 1 and
The denominator is 1? The denominator is 1? Is it? Why is 1?
Because
The denominator is 1? Are you sure? What is the denominator? What is the common denominator then?
2.
Why is it 2?
Because the 1/2 has a 2.
Okay, because 1/2 is of what?
It's a fraction.
It's a fraction, right? All right. So now go ahead.
Plus.
Okay. Right.
So next I add them both. I add them up.
No, you don't add them up yet. You do the what operation you're doing right now? Then you need to talk to the camera. Okay? So what operation are you doing right now?
Multiplication.
Okay. So okay.
So -25 times 2 is equal to -50.
-50. Okay. Go ahead.
And
over what? -50 over what?
over 2.
Okay. Go ahead. Over 2. Okay. And why do you get -50? When you multiply those?
Because
You multiply those. Why is it negative? Why is it negative?
because the 25 is bigger than the 2.
No. You multiply, you're not adding. You're multiplying. Negative times a negative give you what?
Negative.
No, negative times a positive give you what? Negative times a negative give you a positive. So negative times a negative give you a positive. So negative times a positive give you what?
Negative.
Okay, so why do you get negative 15 there?
Because the 25 is negative.
Because the 25 is negative. Okay, go ahead. We'll do the rest. Okay, so add them up or whatever. I don't know what you're doing.
So I subtract because this is positive and this is negative.
Okay, so you're adding a positive and negative number, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
So equals 49.
It's a 49? Is it a 49? Is it a 49? Is it negative or positive?
Negative.
Okay, go ahead.
Negative 49 over 2.
Over 2. Now, let's say that somebody who doesn't know how to add sign numbers the way that you did it, how can you show somebody a different way?
Using number line.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
So I start at negative 15, negative 14, negative 13, negative 12, negative 11, negative 10, negative 9, negative 8, negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, and negative 1. And here. I'm going to add a couple more numbers.
Okay, those numbers are positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, now show me the process, how you do it. Added the numbers over there with the number line.
So I start at 15, let's go all the way to 0.
Okay, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15.
Okay. And then, and how you do the other number? What is the other number in there?
10.
Okay, negative or positive?
Negative.
Okay, so start it then. So that will give you what? 10, and then you start at, okay. So that you had a 15, right? And then you start adding?
I start adding 10.
Yeah, you added negative 10, but how you start counting? So you had a 15, right? I want you to explain to people how you're doing it. Explain it to people how you're doing it. So you had a 15, okay, and then you adding negative 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just explain it, how you do it.
So I'm going to add 10.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so you add a 15. Show the people how you do it. And so you have a 15 at the top. At the bottom you have
10.
You have a 10, right? Okay, so how will you do it? How you do it? How you do it? Can you show me how you do it? You just do it like step by step. Step by step. Start from okay.
15
Mm-hmm.
to 0.
Okay, and then
10 to 0.
okay, but how will you do it? Step by step. How do I know that this is a unit? How do I know that between these numbers is a unit?
1.
Okay, so how do we? Okay, so can you say, you know, maybe just say a -1, -14, and so forth. -1, because you're going that direction, right? It doesn't matter where you start, right? right? Okay. Okay, so you're adding all these units, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, so you're adding, and then after you add the 15 over here, can you show me how you do it right here? So you're adding all these numbers, right? So you're adding on each unit is equal to 1, right?
Mhm.
To that direction, right? So you're adding. Can you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and count it that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
-6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, -13, -14, and -15.
Okay. So now how you start next?
Next, I do it on the bottom. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, and -10.
Okay. So you add numbers, right? So you add 15 negative, right?
Mhm.
Plus 10. So, okay. So you go all the way to 15, going positive, right? And then, so you go in that direction with the number, you're going towards 0, right? The number is decreasing, but that's okay. You can count from 1, 2, and 3 in that direction. But then you start, so you do the 15 unit first, 15 numbers, and then you start at?
16.
No, you start at?
1.
Okay, so you start at number?
10.
But that number is actually from 10 to 9 is? From 10 to 9 is?
1.
Okay, and then you count all the way down, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
1.
Now, okay, so you count 1, 2, so you count the 15 and then negative 15 plus negative 10, right? That's how somebody who doesn't know to add sign numbers will understand how to add sign numbers using the number line, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is this number after you get to this point? What this number is called? Can you tell people what this number and these numbers are called?
This is a whole number. This is a fraction.
All right, tell in front of the camera. Tell in front of the camera, right there, what the negative 25 is.
The negative 25 is a whole number, and the 1/2 is a fraction.
Okay, that's it. You're good. All right, good job.